Sasa ni nini nitashare? Link. A new link because it's a fresh recording. We are live. Afternoon session, the morning session.
when you mix that, you are people back.
Good afternoon. When we are ready to start the next session, we have our investors today. One session for us to start the next session. Because of the responsible, so now that we talked about the gender responsibility, where is that house? House. That is what we do. So welcome, and let's learn from it. Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Malusi. Good afternoon, everyone. So, Doctor has introduced me. I'm Ruth Dete Mandi. One time I was a teacher, like all of you here, but currently I'm an assistant director, quality assurance and standards in Mombasa County, Likoni sub-county. I don't want to spend much time talking about myself because I want to talk mostly about a gender-responsive school. Because I want by the end of my session, I should have everybody converted here into a gender-sensitive teacher who is going to oversee the redesigning of a school to become a gender-responsive school. So let us spend more time talking about on how to transform our schools to be gender-responsive schools. Karibuni. This is a continuation of what you did before lunch. Still an agenda. I want us to briefly think through these terms. Think what that term means to you. Then I take very fast responses from you. You'll be sharing your definition for these terms. Allow me to give you a minute for that. There are 6 and we have 6 groups. So I would want to get from each group just one response. We don't even need a minute. I'm sure you are ready with the answers. Can I start taking the response? Yes. Kindly give them a mic. Then you'll pass it over to the next group. Yes. Is it audible? Thank you. Yes?
I'm saying gender is the social or cultural constructed norms or practices Thank you.
Thank you. Next group. Anyone from that group to define for us the term sex?
I think sex is what defines you as male or female.
Thank you. Next group. Kindly somebody to tell us about gender equality.
Thank you. Gender equality, it is the process of being fair to both male and female, giving opportunities regardless of their gender.
Do you agree with her? Kindly come again, madam. We are here.
Gender equality.
Yeah. No. Gender equality. Or you skip to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, let's allow them to find the next one. That's what I'm prepared for. It's adult learning, and adults learn best when they learn what they want to learn. So kindly go ahead.
Okay, it is the process of being fair to both male and female, giving opportunities regardless of their gender.
Thank you. So the next group will be defining for us gender equality. And as we define these terms, let's internalize them, because we shall see how they are applicable in our schools. It's not enough just to know the definition of our word. We also need to know how to apply it in our school. Each group will still have to answer a question. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'm talking about gender responsiveness. It is taking action to correct any misconceptions of gender.
Thank you. Next group.
Okay, gender equality is when people of all genders have equal rights.
Thank you. Last but not least.
Gender sensitive. It's a way by which people are made aware of how gender plays a role in life through their treatment of others.
Thank you. So this afternoon we have two objectives to achieve. And one of the objectives is to identify the characteristics of a gender-responsive school. Then we shall also appreciate the need to use gender-responsive lens in facilitating the realization of a gender-responsive environment that makes girls and boys comfortable in our schools. Kindly, let's evaluate ourselves after and through and ask yourself whether we have achieved those two objectives. So that's what we are defining. Gender, you said it well, it's socially constructed roles, behaviors, power dynamics, access to resources and rewards, and characteristics assigned to females and males in different cultures. These vary from one context to another and over time. How we were defining gender 20 years ago is not the same way we are defining gender today. But when I look at the definition for sex, sex is biological, the difference between male and female, and it's unchanging unless medically assisted. Yes. Gender responsiveness, it was well said, taking action to correct the bias and discrimination to ensure gender equality and equity. So through gender responsiveness, it's the only way we can achieve the gender equality and equity. Then gender equality, equal rights, responsibilities, and opportunities. Sensitivity is the process that makes one aware or now, when you treat others, the gender is at play. Then equity is, as you said it, the fairness. Now we are getting into the schools. Anyone, a minister who is not a teacher will be misplaced when we start talking about our schools. We are our teachers, isn't it? Is my guess right? So tell me, what roles will the following play in schools in facilitating a gender-responsive schools? It's school's responsibility to facilitate a gender-responsive school, to offer an environment where both boys and girls are comfortable. It has to be the responsibility of everybody in the school. That's why you say the government has a role to play, the teachers, the parents, and the students. Can you recall what role have you played in your school to ensure gender responsiveness? In every given school, teachers, you can see teachers up there. What are teachers doing? They prepare professional records. What else do they do? A teacher is everything in a school. At times you are the judge. A boy and a girl have been fighting. You become the arbitrator. Are you gender sensitive? What is the government doing? It's providing a curriculum that is not, it's non-discriminatory. It's providing sanitation facilities. We have regulations. And here is a gender-sensitive teacher. Am I speaking to one?
Yes.
Am I speaking to one?
Yes.
Thank you. Then we have the school. In this school, we have rules and regulations. We have a whole school approach. We have training teachers. We have comprehensive sexuality education in a school. So it's a responsibility of all of us, including the government, to ensure safe and supportive learning environment in every institution. Gender responsiveness. Gender responsive school. What do we expect of every school in Kenya? Schools should uphold the rights of each and every one by being gender responsive. A school should be a vessel to minimize, if not totally eradicate, discrimination based on gender. So now a gender responsive school is one where the academic, social, physical environment and its surrounding community considers specific needs of both girls and boys. When we talk about gender responsiveness, we are not only talking about girls. We are talking about specific needs of girls and boys. I said a gender responsive school considers the specific needs, and it's a school that is in a setup that both boys and girls are comfortable. It's very unfortunate to make girls only comfortable. That's why sometimes we are losing. I know there are some schools that are not gender responsive. How do these schools look like? Do you come from one? Turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor at least 3 characteristics of a school that is not gender responsive. When we start saying these schools are not gender responsive, what shall we have identified in such schools? Kindly share with your neighbor. Tell your neighbor at least 1 or 2 things that describes a school that is not gender responsive. Tell your neighbor kindly. Let me take a few responses. Yes? Yes, from this group. Kindly let's listen to them. Am I kindly? Am I correct? A school that is not gender responsive. Yes.
Actually, you find out a school that is not gender responsive, you find out other girls are sitting down and boys are sitting on the chairs.
Mm-hmm. That is what, do you agree with that?
Yes.
Let me take another response from another group, yes?
There are some schools where there are washrooms for girls and no washrooms for boys. Or maybe girls have more washrooms and boys have less.
Yes? Uh-huh.
Another one, you can say, for example, various facilities, you can find that the playground which is there are not there to accommodate boys. For example, pitch for netball, for girls not there, it's only for football. That means that girls are not considered in that case.
The girls, boys, the only ones who are supposed to have a field. Okay, yes.
In certain cases where we have startings, we realize that maybe in lower grades there is a syndrome with ladies. Then the gents are given maybe upper classes, the senior classes.
Thank you. So, a school that is more gender responsive, teachers are not aware of the gender specific needs of both boys and girls. And that's why you find a scenario like what you have said. Because we only have 5 desks, you allow the boys to sit on the desk and the girls to sit on the floor. Because you have only one field, you make it for the boys and girls have nowhere to play. In a school that is not gender responsive, the materials have stereotypes, which projects more of male activities dominating. You prepare materials in the classroom that you are displaying, and boys are dominating the doctor, the teacher, the policeman. And then women, girls, washing utensils. This is a school where there are discriminatory practices against girls taking place. Like when you have only 10 textbooks, you give the textbooks to the boys, and the girls will tell them you will read with the boys. This is also a school where you are discouraging girls from participating effectively in teaching and learning process. When you ask questions, you are getting response from the boys because they are very fast in answering. That is a school that is not gender responsive. We still have such kind of schools. Let me believe by Monday, you will not allow any school to exist when such practices are at play. Are we in agreement? Yes. Thank you. So for you to change, you need to put on the gender lens. That is the lens I want you to put on this afternoon. A gender lens. Yes, madam. Yes. Yes. That's a question. Kindly give her the mic and I want her to be audible.
Okay, what about the boys' school and the girls' school? Can we say their gender is responsive?
Are you getting our question? Yes. Let's remember how we define the gender, and how we define the gender sensitivity, and how we define the gender responsiveness. We say a gender responsive school puts in consideration the specific needs of girls and boys. So if you are in a girls' school, have the needs considered. When you are planning, when you are budgeting, when you are putting up structures, have you considered what a girls need? If it's a boys' school, have you considered what a boys need? So it's not about either girls alone, it's about the specific needs. Because what a boy needs is not what may not be necessarily what a girl needs. Are we together? Yes. Now, have you put on the lens? I want you to put on the lens so that you can move on together. That is the lens that will guide you into ensuring gender responsiveness. A gender responsive school is where you are working. What is this lens? It's not just sunglasses. It's the ability to spot the key spaces in school life where gender is important. So whether it's a girls' school or a boys' school, can you put on that lens where you'll be able to spot the key spaces? You'll be able to redesign a school to facilitate the realization of equality and equity and make girls and boys comfortable. So provide gender responsive lens helps you to provide a gender responsive environment that includes physical amenities that meet the needs, and a school leadership personnel that are trained on how to address the gender issues. A gender-responsive environment in a school will require we have a very good specific focus on the physical amenities in that school, the school leadership, and also have empowerment programs. And don't say I'm teaching a pre-primary class or a pre-primary level. We need to empower our children at every level. Let's not say there are topics I cannot teach this child. Give them the content according to their level. Those are our guidelines. In Kenya, we have the same standards in education. And this is supposed to apply in every school, whether it's a private school or a public school. So these are set goals that learners, teachers, and the school management must aim to achieve. And they are in 4 categories. So as you put on your gender lens, I want you to be looking at each aspect and redesign it to be gender responsive. The leadership in a school, the leadership needs to be gender responsive, gender sensitive. We said you need to have a leadership in place that can address gender issues appropriately. The physical facilities needs to be appropriate for the girls and for the boys. The curriculum, organization and implementation, and the learners' welfare also has to be put into consideration. So what are we talking about when we talk about leadership? We are now unpacking this. Educational quality standards. We are now unpacking them. If I'm too fast, kindly try to stop me and ask for clarifications. I was only given 30 minutes. So the administrators' method of communication has to be gender responsive. You need to use inclusive language. When I was greeting you, did I say, "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen"? What did I say? You need to have a language that is inclusive. I say, "Good afternoon, everyone." Why? I'm gender sensitive. I didn't know whether in the room I only had ladies and gents, and so I was saying good afternoon to everyone. A gender responsive teacher leaders ensures boys and girls feel welcome in a safe and secure learning environment. If you as an administrator, you don't make your school comfortable, that's why parents will have a really hard time waking up children and pleading with them to go to school. Can you make the school so friendly such that even on Saturday and Sunday they'll want to come to school? The school leadership must make the school gender friendly. And even when you are recruiting the BOM, the support staff, you also need to consider gender when you are recruiting them. Leadership has to be one that does sensitization of gender issues and advocacy. We also need to have positive role models. If you are the head teacher You have to be a role model. So leadership and management in a school has to be gender responsive. Those are the terms I'm saying. In every institution now, leaders have to learn to use gender inclusive terms. Instead of girls and boys, you can call them kids. Instead of his and her, unless you are teaching English. Because when you are teaching English, it's different. You have to teach the pronouns and the way they are and such like. But when you are communicating as a leader, try to use gender inclusive terms. Don't make some children in class uncomfortable. You may be having a transgender in your class and you don't know. We need to be accommodating. That's why we are gender sensitive. So we need to learn how to use gender inclusive terms. I've just cited a few examples. A school that is gender responsive, the curriculum is not biased. The textbooks, the gender responsive pedagogy is embraced. The seating arrangement in the class, you ensure both boys and girls are comfortable. The teaching materials that you prepare are also gender sensitive. The classroom displays, and even the attitude of the teacher towards learners. These are things we need to put in consideration for you to say, I am a gender responsive teacher. I am gender sensitive. Don't be like my friend there. Those boys and girls are reading a textbook. And the picture in the textbook is that the lady is cooking and the man is going to work. And there he is telling the girls, of course, girls and boys are equal. But what are the boy and the girl reading in the textbook? Something different. That's how we confuse our children. We need to go through these textbooks, and what is not right, we correct it. We need to be very careful as we prepare our teaching aids. Let us not plant in our children that science is only for men. That is outdated. Let us be that one person who is gender sensitive and who is breaching all the gaps and the discrimination that we have ever experienced in this country. So teachers need to promote gender equality and reduce gender stereotypes. This is a summary in the education materials, in the curriculum, in the methodologies, and in their attitude. When you are talking to the girls, when you are talking to the boys, how do you make them feel? Do they feel motivated? Do they feel encouraged? Are they comfortable when they see you and when they are close to you? Are you that friendly teacher who inspires these boys and girls to wish, when it's Monday coming and I go back to class and listen to Madam Sophia? Learners' welfare. A school is gender responsive when these issues are addressed. You develop gender sensitive school rules and regulations with the consequences. And I always encourage schools that whenever you are developing rules and regulations, involve the learners and ensure they are in line with the ministry guidelines and policies. Student leadership. Leadership starts at very early age. Allow these children to elect their leaders, and when the election is being done, guide them and ensure gender equity is at play. It's facilitated. Make sure you have empowerment programs in your school, clubs, guidance and counseling, sexual maturation management knowledge. Don't wait children to start guessing how they are supposed to handle some issues. how they are supposed to respond when somebody says, I love you. Empower them. Let them know how to respond. Empower them. Let them know as they grow. At one time, this will happen. So that they don't start guessing and mess up themselves. We also need to have open forums in our schools and give a voice to the learner. Let us hear what they want. Let us also know how they want taught. We are now living in a world whereby you may give a definition in class and a child knows a better definition, or even a formula and a child knows a better formula. Let's be accommodating. We are not the only source of information now. So physical environment and infrastructure in our schools also have to be gender responsive. A classroom, this is a standard measure given by the government. 8 meters by 9 meters for 45 learners. It has to be well ventilated, well lit, doors opening outwards, windows with no grills, and they open outward. In case of emergency, learners should be free to, yes, that's a requirement. The furniture your learners are seated on, they must be age appropriate. Don't give a grade 1 learner to this kind of a chair. Surely it will be very uncomfortable. It's too big for them. Then gender and, they need to be age appropriate, gender and disability friendly. And for our pre-primary, we need to have a suitable sleeping area. Will be suitable babies. Any school will start, kindly just wave your hand. This tells me you are not gender sensitive. Thank you. All right. Sanitation is very crucial. It's very important in a school. The toilets you have in school may make the girls or even the learners feel comfortable coming to school the whole day, the whole term. But if they are uncomfortable, sometimes they may not even come to school. So what is expected of our school? Pre-primary, every 10 learners, they need to have 1 toilet. Girls, 20 boys, 1 toilet, plus a urinal and a shower room for both boys and girls. This is standard. This is not debatable. This is what the ministry expects of every school. So I don't know how far you are far. Okay, for pre-primary school, every 25 girls, 1 toilet. Every 30 boys, 1 toilet. A girls' toilet must have a shower room. Boys' toilet must have a urinal that is 4 meters long. 12 feet. We need to uphold the dignity of our learners. We need to ensure our learners go to clean, well-maintained toilets where high standards of hygiene are observed. Flash back to your school. How are those toilets? Do the girls feel comfortable going to them? Yes. Do the boys feel comfortable? Are they brave going to the toilets? Yes. Are you free upholding their dignity? Now I want you to take a mentor journey. Yes. Take a mentor journey kindly back to your school. Put on those gender responsive lenses. Are they on? Kindly identify the practices, structures that are not right in your school. What are you going to start correcting now that you are gender sensitive? Now that you know a school that is not gender responsive looks like your school. And you now want to have a gender responsive school. No. Yes, tell me, what is not right in your school? Actually, feel free to share in your groups and then I just speak 2 or 3. I'm waiting on the time, I'm almost done. Yes. What is not right in your school? Practices and structures that are not right in your school. Let me take 2 responses and then we move on. Mike? Anyone ready to share? Yes, tell us what is not right. Yes, it's right, eh? Okay. I want to hear from those who are going to do some corrections. Yes? Oh, yes. Good afternoon, madam.
Mine, I still have a problem.
Yes?
Yeah.
There.
Yes?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There's a problem with our toilets in terms of we don't have a bathroom for the pre-primary. There I've seen it because I see the teachers struggling anytime with a problem with the children.
Yes.
So I think we'll rectify on that.
Thank you. Let me take another response here and then we move on. Yes? Tell us what is not right in your school.
My school, many things that are not right.
Many things.
Yes. And
Let me mention 2 or 3.
okay, let me start with the first one.
Yes.
Is the toilets.
Uh-huh.
The population is 1,400 and above.
Yes.
That is from ECD up to class 8. Boys have 6 toilets. Girls have 6 toilets. Full stop. Number 2.
So they have been exercising gender equality instead of equity?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The number.
Yeah. Yeah.
The measurements of the class. So we have standard. But you find in a class we have like 90. So the double. So it is not right. So the number is very high.
Thank you. So I'm sure like Madam has said, some of us have so many things that are not right in our school. Yes. So I want you to make a self-reflection. Self-reflection. What is it that you'll do differently? You'll advocate to be done henceforth. It's not enough to have some knowledge. You need to utilize the knowledge for the benefit of the learner. You need to start talking. And at one point, action will be taken. Even if you are not the head teacher in that school, you have a voice. Can you start talking? Can you start telling everybody who has here about gender responsive school? Can you start telling them what is not right and what needs to be corrected? So you are here, you are reflecting, and I want a few to share. What do you start doing differently? We say we shall all leave this place with the gender responsive lens on. Is my guess right? Yes. Have you won the lens? Yes. Thank you. What are you going to advocate for? What are you going to do differently? Allow me to take 2 responses and I conclude with the email. And I press it. Take one? Yes. Yes.
Okay, from here, when I go back to my station, I'll time the day we are going to have BOM meeting.
Yes.
And then I'll send to them the idea that the number of toilets that our girls are using in this school are not enough. So currently, find a way of how we can increase the number of toilets to meet the demand.
Thank you. Again, let me make this point clear. Pre-primary and primary are not supposed to be using same toilets. Every school has to have toilets for the pre-primary. There is age appropriate, a small aperture for those ECD length classes. Then the other classes, different ones. Some schools are even now preparing for junior secondary. Those junior secondary learners should also have their separate toilets. We said the dignity of the learner has to be upheld. So anyone else will tell us something. So when you are advocating, thank you, Mwalimu. Mwalimu will send this information to the BOM. As they do their budget, can they also put on the gender responsiveness lens? As they plan to purchase desks, furniture, can they be gender sensitive? Can they consider the right furniture for this age, for these boys and those girls? As they construct classrooms, can they put in consideration how the doors, the windows should be? You need to advocate for gender responsiveness in your school. You may not be the person implementing, but you have the voice. Let me get another response from the last group, kindly. Is stable? Sorry? Kindly share.
Now that you told us, referring to people as Mr. and Mrs.
Yes, the inclusive
language. Yes. I think from Monday, we will start referring to teachers other as teachers, and not Mr.
Thank you, thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. I want to believe now you have the gender responsiveness lens on you. And like one time Mother Teresa said, that change you want to see implemented has to begin with you. So don't mind your position in that school. Just start talking. Advocacy, sensitization, and change eventually will be realized in your school. Thank you. Any question? Actually, I'm done. If there's no question, I can hand over the mic. They have promised me that they are going to do something. Am I watching? We are watching. Don't worry how we are going to watch. You have a question? Yes. Thank you.
Now, there's this part where you say when addressing the learners, instead of saying boys, girls, then you can use kids. Then instead of using Mr., Mrs., so then you can use mix, something like that. We get that part here.
Okay. I just gave an example of gender inclusive terms or language. And because we are teachers, we are going to learn more about it. These are just a few examples that I cited, but there are quite many. If you just go online, Mwalimu, utaona hiyo, let me go back to that slide. Yes. So these are just a few. Instead of he, she, use them, instead of wife and husband, and I said with exception when you are teaching English. This is the language of communication leaders and teachers should embrace, where you don't make any gender uncomfortable when you are talking to them. So these are just a few samples. You can explore and get more money. So, thank you. Okay, thank you, and thank you for your listening. I'm sure you can do a better example. Let's give Malakud a better example of that.
So we start from 5, 4, 3, 1, and then we let's go.
Thank you very much. Now we really become gender. We have the gender schools, we have gender classrooms, and we also see gender. Now, for the next session, we are going into the presentation rules. Okay? Those that are doing paper presentations, can I see the paper presenters? The paper presenters, we are remaining here. If you are doing a paper presentation, we are remaining here. The poster presenters, we are going to the drama room, our usual room, upstairs. Our video displays, we are going to the next room. So can we, so that I tell you. If you are presenting, and make sure if you are presenting something, make sure you register with us. Others, no, you don't stay at home. Those that are doing the presentations, kindly.
So you mean this session is over? Okay. You know, I was wondering all along. Every presenter is mentioning bias, and then I am bias. They all say that. Thank you.
Please, let's move with the presentation. Let us move. Get a station, you get the station. Yes, we are coming back here. We are coming back.
I'm here, madam. I'm presenting.
Yes, you can do this here. Or you want to Who else is doing a paper presentation? You. You have something else, Brian? Are you doing anything else?
No, it's just
Any other person doing paper? If you are doing two, so if you want to start up, then you have down. That's why I'm saying if you are doing two, the other one then become a finish. So by you are doing it. Okay, then now for the rest of us. In the next room, we have materials being displayed. That is the PCR, we call it the PCR. We have materials being displayed. And upstairs we have presenting their learning journals. Correct? And we expect each one of us to go into the 3 rooms and learn from those rooms. You go to the posters and they'll be explaining what the poster is about. So we expect each one of us to go to the several positions or several stations where they will be displaying posters and learn from those posters. Remember, this is something we are going to do next year. That's why we called some of you here to come and see what is happening.
class now, if on Thursday you'll be in class, you are second form. The ones that are presenting are the ones that finished their cohort last year or coming this year. If you are still ongoing, you are second form. And your conference will come next year. So we are learning from the people that are displaying together, that are displaying their work, so that we get to know what is expected of us right? So I expect each one of us to go into all the stations and learn from the stations. Okay? So we could start with one group going upstairs, the hostels, and the other group going to the next. And some people remaining here because we have a paper being presented. Unless you want to go with everybody, then we come and
yeah, I think we can do that. At least to to break the boredom of sitting here, we can go upstairs and then come back and do the presentation and we end the day.
So can we in half, one half, go to the next group. So let's keep moving. We expect to just 5 minutes, one session. 5 minutes, one session, then we go. And remember, you have to go to all the stations. Can we have one half going to this group and the other half? So we expect to work by 3:40. By 3:40, we expect to go out. And please make sure you register with us. Make sure you register again by inform about make sure you register here. This is the person if you don't have your name here, then that will not see We expect to be back by 3:40. Please, no, this one we go. Yes. Let's move. So let's keep moving. Unless you want to present to us. Okay. Sweetheart. I'm here. Sweetheart, I'm presentation. You are the only person. I'm going to ask you see what there are written in one word. Yes.
You're not true. You're not true.
Please, let's move. Let's move. If you are going for materials, I'm not ready. Call. She's leaving. So I have to move to the next group. Share.
Nice.
Esther, will you join us? Wacha tuorganize kwanza.
Alright.
Let's see what we
Una stream bado? Umepause? Yes? Right now. A man can't take water.
Yes, they are. Okay. They are. This is your coffee. No. Mine is here.
You want to rush? I want to rush something. We are carrying out a research.
Oh, okay.
Because we go do something.
Oh, okay.
So, I need to do a few things. Yeah, thank you. You need a rain or I hope that you see. Thank you.
Remind me your name?
I'm someone.
Oh, someone.
Yeah.
Great.
Are you also leaving?
Me. I'll be leaving by 4. Yeah. So I want to see the poster presentation.
We can go.
Yeah, sure.
Nimefunga ofisi. Na ofisi nilifunga aje? Ni hizi za ofisi lakini si personal. Kuna ile branch yangu kule.
Kwani unatembea na bunch ngapi? Si hizo tayari ni bunch mbili.
Unajua hizi vitu zilikuwa different areas. Sio nilikuwa naenda kuchukua. So hizi ni za ofisi like za hizo places za IT. But kuna ile branch yangu yenyewe ile ambayo iko na key office.
kuna nelikata na kihoda.
So you just dropped it somewhere. How many have I played lunch? Hapo kwa table? Si kama usienda asubuhi. Sasa hizo ukinyeshewa. Mike achana nazo. Mimi ninaona watu wanakaa.
Sija kuona ukipresent.
Nishamaliza.
Tomaliza sasa hivi.
Nimeenda. Mimi nimeanza kule nyimkije kwa.
Hapana, sisi tumekuja kwako sasa.
Hii ni kali.
Can we do the paper presentations now? We have like 10 minutes. Yes, if you can do three minutes.
I can.
Yes. Yes. You don't have to show it on the, you have to show it on the screen. Or we can have different sessions. Because we are going to one about it will take so much time. And take a this. I'm thinking of the fastest way to do this. I can't give you the time I thought I would because it's taken a lot of time. Yeah. Yes. So you may have to present a few times. Because one team is having to do the other team. You can have like 3 shifts, 3 people. You may have to take everything and you have to do it. How many presentations? 1, 2, 3.
There's a get me and
They're fine.
So we can have
You can have 5 seconds. That means it will take like 4 minutes. Just tell it like a song, let me.
Yes.
So, set it up here. Where are you sitting?
Yeah, I can go there.
Can you go there? Get you. Get you there.
Kwa hiyo bosi wako anafika sala ya
Any other person you can make a presentation? Hello? We have 5 tables. We have 5 tables for paper presentation. We have, if you can kindly listen to what I'm saying. Let's listen up to what I'm saying. We have a table here. We have someone presenting from here. There is someone else presenting from here. And Gertrude is presenting from here. And this is also another lady presenting from here. So we shall go to all the tables. Presenters will take about 4 minutes. Then you move to the next person. So that in total we take 20 minutes. So let's have people. Anyone present?
I think the 4 minutes, the 4 minutes there, 4 minutes there, 4 minutes there can also be.
Yes?
It's just the same time, going 4 minutes there, 4 minutes there, 4 minutes there. I think we can all see from there.
No.
Just an equal distribution of the time. Okay.
Because we are doing 4 minutes, 5 of us 5 minutes, then another 4 minutes, and another 4 minutes, that's 20 minutes, and everybody will have time for it. So let's distribute ourselves to and make sure we go to every table. Those that are presenting, please do that. These are also
Nazipata leo leo. Hata ya pepa.
Nice.
So we can't all come to the same table, please. Let's have some people together. From here, please, Emma and company. Thank you. Please, yourself. Storming and atmosphere minutes
So, of course, question is not the feeling of failure, but the writing of by William. Now, in our school, we need to become a learners we use this. Also, there were two exams that is all policy exams, academic curricular. So we interviewed the learners, we also interviewed the teachers, and finally we interviewed the parents to know where to go. Now, what we observed we that there were shallow lessons from the teacher side. Also, the lesson was teacher side, and not validation, not activity, not introduced, and learners were not actively involved in that. So, our point of view, what we found out, what we interviewed, that learners not only enjoy learning, but also have greater confidence and reflection when activity grows. So when you involve learners actively, they enjoy learning, they also get confidence and what we learn to take. And remember, the Benjamin Franklin was saying, so what we need to solve this? What we needed is all inclusive education, inclusive learning, and what is stimulating us. Considering language, or something else. Those holistic learning outcomes. What are we teaching? To what? What are our goals? Somebody said that it's not the answer that we like, but the question. It is the question that we want to and that is why it is not the lesson, but the lesson in relation to that most on diversity, innovativeness, and inclusive lessons. So because of this, we had to come up with two lessons that have brought inclusivity and diversity, innovativeness in learning. And this, first of all, we have the details, then administrative details, as to be examined. But the most important thing to note here is that any lesson observation tool is not an instrument for which handling teachers, but for improving the lesson. And this is our ethics.
For 0, where the totals are nothing. 1, where the less than a quarter. 5, only if there is an exceptional conflict. So this is, first of all, we start with the anticipatory and organization of class, safety and conducive learning. Then learning A, raised at gender sensitive courses, as we've been told, availability of well-developed lesson plans for the teacher. Lesson plan established and developed from the skills of work. If the lesson is not studied, we have just looking at the teacher and their class. The lesson introduction, active recap of previous lessons. And the teacher starts with a recap of the previous lesson, then connecting the previous to the current lesson, interactively and innovatively. Interact, not just the teacher telling you the answer. This is what we want. Involving learning. Learning aid, so many things because group presentation also motivating the learners through positive comments, the language that is employed. You know, you can comments can either motivate the learners or make their conversation. The learner involvement. Here we are using the anecdotal as we are involved in learners, also with the assessment tools. Independent practice. After the group work, independent practice, each learner now practice alone. So, in this role, we are doing the then we have the revision and the reflection. After this, the observer and the ability to teach and together, we go to the there are so many, but here we see the advantages of I think we can do it.
Thank you for that. Wow. Good insight.
If you are from Maya, come here.
Good evening. using active learning, lesson plan. I said in the report, education is not based on the lifting of family. It's not the feeling as if you're feeling the family, but we are supposed to put the learners to be creative. And so, in our school, we discovered that also there were poor results as when it comes to planning outcomes, academically or curricular. So we need we teachers and to know where to go. And we look at the lesson plan they were teacher center, activity, not introduced. So the learners were not active with it. So our point of view statement, we came up with one statement that was that learners we actively involved in that. They enjoy and also they have confidence. And what is that? And I think Benjamin's message say, tell me teach me how to be involved. And so if we involve learn, they will remember the now, what do we need to solve the problem? One is using lesson plans, using learning material, and stimulating classrooms, considering learning, and holistic learning outcomes. And somebody said it is not the answer that is the question. And I will say that it is not the lesson plan, but the lesson observation and from the in that lesson observation too, which can make a teacher plan very so we came up with a lesson observation tool which we use to observe our teacher, which now brought activity and active learning. This so what we have in this tool, first of all, we how is the teacher prepared? How is the classroom prepared? Before this lesson starts, so safety and conduciveness to environment, availability of web and lesson plan should be to allow the learners then active there's only that is that we had after the short because now the learners enjoy learning. Can be applicable. This tool can be applicable to any sector, whether in electricity, helps learners to be safe, confident, helps learners to know about themselves, self-awareness, learners to understand long-term improve academic results. Now this goal is going out to the realization of holistic learning outcomes even in terms of this yeah.
And please, before you go, please remember to complete the certificate.
We cannot forget
For
that.
advance, before you go, please remember to
You can sit my place.
if you don't
nilikuwa na kitu lakini sasa wale wanaonyesha vile so this is hii kazi yake kusema awareness we are now forcing things that the learners will know their targets. How can they do this? So, that is the motto. We have a vision to nurture the potential of individuals. This is inclusivity. So, if we look at the assessment tools, and we saw that there was a problem. Most learners lack self-awareness. This doesn't make decision making and execution as if you tell teachers and learners when you do a project to volunteer and doing those things, nobody will do it because they are not confident and they don't know their skills. So we came up with this tool for self-awareness. Like if you know if you know yourself, you know your potential, you know your talent, then so what we do is we interview the learners, also interview the teachers, and we interview the parents. And from there, we found out that because we interviewed we found out that the people who are discovering their talents, they are not aware of their potential. They needed a way to successfully explore their abilities and nurture their talents. And with this, we have to really have the best possible find self-awareness. The teachers, one teacher, I think this maybe 15 learners. How do you know which learners is talent and potential? It's very different. So, learners are really aware and really responsible. And to inside the biggest success is awareness and not Another knows his what is good and what his weakness is. Then he can improve his weakness and do that. And to say every child is born with a talent. And the problem is how to enable that talent, to nurture that talent to succeed. Every child is a genius. Now, the better set this tool now is a progressive self-transformation tool that can work capabilities and challenges, directing attention to achievement of learners' goals and outcomes. It is a tool which the learner uses every time, 10 times, and he knows his abilities and his weaknesses.
Who has not been to sister station, please?
In this, like it will say here, everybody is different, but if you gender, you make what is this. But if the learners know their abilities, I am good in it, I am good in it, it will help the teacher to nurture their talent.
I think let's move to the next item.
They are saying that no to the next. So here we created a tool and we made a prototype. And during the prototype, we see that all the learners that the tool how to stack the curiosity of the learner. The learner planning how we achieve this. Sasa, I have two tools. Wale wengine niwaonyeshe wengine
onyesha hizi. Wakaleta lesson.
Wale mtafika kwa unity ya peke yake. Ngoja wewe.
Nianzie hii kama hiyo lesson.
Please, okay. If you don't be here, please come. Please come. Unity ya kwa ngoja wewe. If you not be here, please make sure you get here. Please come. Nani hajakuja hapa kusema?
So that is for lesson preparation. And I start with four. Which says education is not a feeling phase, feeling just a bucket, but the lighting of fire. Can we help the learner to be curious to learn, to feeling from just feeling? Now we discovered in our school that the learners were taking lessons and there were poor results as in holistic learning from academic and the cognitive. So now we find out what we call the men interview the learners, we also interview the teachers, and we interview the parents. We found out there were shallow lessons in the society. Also the lessons were teacher-centered, not value-based. Learners were not actively involved in the lessons were not included. So our project is to combine all those things. So that learners, learners feel motivated. They enjoy learning, find involved, actively involved in learning. And they also, what is learning is intelligence. And I think this very important today is before tell me, teach me, I will involve you. So if we involve what is taught is important. What we need that is forward and interact with lesson plans, music lessons, learning activities, stimulating classrooms, auxiliary language, control about language, and holistic learning. Somebody said, it's not a task, it's a question. And it is a question that can take it. Whereas I say, it is not the lesson, but the lesson observation tool that forms a whole lesson. The lesson is that lesson observation tool, the one which can make a teacher now learn very well based on the observation. And therefore, we came up with a lesson observation tool environment went in class. And this lesson observation tool is not to enchant the teacher, but to improve the lesson. And and what I think is most important lesson one is to anticipate organization. You just jump to the lesson itself, but anticipatory activity. How prepared is it? How prepared is the class? Short quick activities, learners activities that is previous to the current lesson, interactive and innovative, and linking objectives of future topics and to real life situations. Then asking key inquiry questions which are related to the
Let's change to the last station. Last station.
before the class. Encouraging effectiveness and manipulation and ICT integration. Giving them confidence and giving them ICT motivation and positive communication. The language communication. As you are motivating them using your language, then what an inspiration. After the discussion, give the learners time to practice independently. Now, when we are helping the teacher, we are students to learn how to find combination. Now, this tool should be given to the teacher before the lesson, even the morning and near to the idea. And after the lesson, I sit down with the teacher and reflect on the lesson. And remember, like I said, we are not champion the teacher. We just want to do the lesson. So the learners are actively in the process. And here we have the management side. Activities cover the scheduled sequential. And the activities we cover sequential in sequence. Knowing learners by name, capabilities in special. The teacher calling the learners, wait, or does she know the learners by name? Also, cleanliness of the classroom before and after. And having the lesson in this weighted time, specified learning process to cater for individual learning differences, inclusivity, gender, inclusivity, also gender, SDG4, Millennium 2030, stimulating and stimulating child-friendly classroom environment. Then teachers manage. You know, the teacher is the role model. So how does the teacher work? Establish good rapport with seniors and good classroom for well-groomed, appropriately dressed. This is the training. And finally, we have the comments, the exam, then what are the benefits? Short-term benefits. Improve lesson agenda. Because learners love the lesson now, your lessons, they will all succeed and they will all attend the lesson. Can be replicated. This tool can be used anywhere, whether in nursery, in primary, or Next learning interesting and fun. Next learner to build self-confidence. Next learner to learn about themselves, self-awareness, and helps learners to understand the perspectives of others as they are interacting. Then long term, you are not attend and they will improve in academic excellence. And also realization of holistic and spiritually, socially, or the learner will discover his potential, abilities, capabilities, and even disabilities, what he is doing. And then a ethical decision in that, he can now
decide ethically and transition to families. You know now after primary school they go to junior secondary, and then senior secondary they go to an specialized. Sasa kama hatujaenda specialized na production, pengine is not ready. So so but the most important part of our mission is
I request now we reconvene so that we can finish. Our time is up. I request we reconvene so that we can finish. Thank you so much to the presenters. So let's reconvene. Now, I want to can you please settle down? Let us settle down. And then I want to request our visitor from the ministry and the TSC that are present. Now, I want to recognize the presence of the official from the Ministry of Education, and then also the official from the Ministry from the TSC, Secretary Commission. So, as we come to the close, I want to appreciate everyone who has taken part in whichever way, the paper presentation, the material presentation, and the posters. I know we were pressed for time, and we had us still through, but you need to understand that it's about hope. Being a weekend, some have not had time to rest the whole week. They have been in seminars, training from Monday to Saturday, so they have not had a holiday. I want to thank them for sparing some time to come and join us. And then there are those who got the invite a bit late. We also want to thank them for coming. So, but before we do all that, I want to invite the official from the Ministry of Education to give us to greet us and talk to us. Then we invite Madam Karen from the Teacher Service Commission to come and also address us. So let me invite her. She will introduce herself.
Hi. So my name is Raha Sebe. I'm the project coordinator for various projects that we are undertaking. I'm also assistant director in the county director of education service. So when we are talking of foundation, that is where I came and so as at least interact with him. So I was to come at around 3:10, but I also wanted to see before the 3:10
So that's why I came early. And I decided not to sit at these chairs, but to interact with you so that I'm able to at least get to give the feedback to the county director that this is what we do. So when I'm talking, at least report, how many activities do you have, how many projects, what is the Aga-Khan Academy doing? I'm able to say something about me. So that is why you were there. And by that time I was just observing what people were doing. Marim was insisting, why aren't you saying? Now I'm seeing what am I saying. And you're saying what people are looking like you are not there. No, why are you fighting? So that is how it is. You cannot stand up and say about people whatever they are doing and it's not being with them. Na hiyo ndio shida wanafanya. Unapigiwa simu. What projects are there? What are they doing? Ama unachukuliwa, let's go for assessment. Unaingia madarasani una assess na ujui watu walikuwa wanashughulika. I remember one time when the madrasa so says tulikuwa tunapelekwa darasani kufundika, tunaambiwa go out, unaenda. When you come back, the chairs are put anyhow. Kingine kinaangalia huku, kingine huku. Unaambiwa sit the way the chair is. So you are sitting and the teacher is on this other side. Na unaambiwa usome kutoka huku. So that is the experience sometimes I'm getting. Unabebwa tu ukafanya assessment. Unabebwa ulimark. Thank you, and the city's office, the Aga-Khan group, we are happy to report that we are always informed of what we are doing. So even if we are not with you, but we are pleased to know that so we are able to at least move with you. So county director amesema niwasalimie na nishukuru, you are always informing him of whatever you are doing. So at any one time, as busy as we are, but we are able to at least follow up in whatever you are doing. Nilipoenda pale nimeona people are talking of happily they are now transformed, and that is the way to go. You don't remain static, because every time we are talking of improving, watu saa zote wanafanya researches, wanasoma, wanafanya practice, wanatuambia this is what to do. So you don't continue teaching the way you are taught, but you keep on changing. You become a transformed teacher. Wengine wanasema 21st century teacher, sindio? Sister pale amefurahi kwamba sasa tuko digital. Sindio? Kwa hivyo hata sisi tunaambiwa we are now being changed by the change. Sindio hivyo? Watu inabidi tufuate, watu transform na tutoke hapo. Sindio? IT ni mmoja yuko pale, lakini ukimwambia fanya hivi, anasema leo nilikuwa saa 10 natoka. Si utakao fanya? Hata kama ni kichwa kija yeye aongeze mguu. So that is now the way. So we are now being changed. And when we get such people like you who are already happily changing, we wish to move with you so that we are also changed. Sindio? So now this being nimesikia kuna watu wa pale, watu wa Mombasa, watu wa Kilifi. Now we are moving away from the very good schools that we are proud of. Sindio? So my school is not the best. We are not talking of our school, our schools being the best. We are now working on clusters. Sindio? We want a cluster meeting, SBTS. Sindio? We are now talking of our cluster. What are the challenges that we have? How are we overcoming them? As a group, we address them na tuwasane nazo tusonge mbele. So we are no longer proud of my school being the best. We are proud of our school being
alone moving very fast and moving very far away. Sivyo hivyo? Kwa hayo mengi, mimi nashukuru kwa nanyi. Nitapeleka salamu kwamba I saw very happy teachers. Wanafurahia kile wanachofanya. Na watu wakifurahia kile wanachofanya wanakifanya vizuri. Si ndio hiyo? So hizo ndio salamu nipeleke kwa county director kwamba nimekuja mapema sana. Nimeona kile kinachoendelea pale na nitafuatilia wale nilioko karibu nao. Si ndio? So that next time I'm not coming here to close what I didn't see. Now I will close with you whatever you have been doing. See that? Nimesema mkiitwa na mimi nicheke. Kati nyingine mkiitwa nicheke. So that when it comes to closing, I don't close. I now comment all through. See that? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And as you can look at our t-shirts, we have the logo, that is the ministry representing the MOE and the TSC. So this project was undertaken in partnership with the Teacher Service Commission and the Ministry of Education. Now we are very happy they are all represented here. We got a lot of support. I think those who were there last year can remember from the TSC and the MOE. They are our great partners. So nothing we do, we have to involve the government. We have to involve the Teacher Service Commission. Because remember, they are the ones who regulate the teachers. We can't do anything without the Teacher Service Commission. And the ministry is the one that regulates all the programs that go on within the education sector. That's why they are our greatest partners. Thank you so much, madam. We really appreciate it. And we're looking forward to working with you more in the network. Now, I want to invite Madam Karen. Madam Karen is the TSC Deputy Director. So she'll be joining us and give us a comment. Madam Karen, this is the cohort that we have. We have a mixture of, first we have the first cohort that we trained last year. The other have been presenting the project. It's from the primary school within Mombasa. Then we have the second cohort that now have the DCD teachers. So it's a mixture of both the DCD and the primary school teachers. I know all of them are registered from the TSC, including myself. Yes, because I'm a teacher.
Thank you. Our partners, my colleague, thank you for coming by. Thank you guys start to these functions. We kept on getting lost. Colleague teachers, good evening. Good evening. How are you? Look right. So you must be happy with what you're doing. Yes. We're happy too. When you're happy, we are happy. Because we know our children will be happy. Service delivery will be good because a motivated teacher will definitely deliver. Yes, so to the Aga-Khan Foundation, we are working together. Before Dr. left, Dr. Mary left, we were working closely also with our colleagues in the ministry. And now that Madam Joyce has come, the same was handed over. So she was busy. I have come to represent her. Madam Adkas here is representing the county director. So what we are doing, I was just looking at this, and yesterday I did a bit of research on Google Scholar. How many is it there? Google Scholar? Please use it. Use it. It has good papers. Anything you want to write what you want and you will get whatever it is. So I was told the thing was gender responsive pedagogy. That was the thing. And
I look at it, we have tried. Madam Furaha will tell you that when they go to a school, they will ask, how are the toilets for girls, how are they different ones for boys, etc. That is teaching that is aligned or sensitive to the gender of our children in terms of the seating arrangements, the teaching learning aids, the examples you give, etc. So I was looking, there are good papers there on the same. And I believe as I look at this, it is in line with the vision of Teachers Service Commission. If you can remember, it is to be a transformative teaching service for quality what? Education. And I've seen the same thing. We all have it. Learning is dynamic. That's why we keep on changing. We were in another system. We came to 844. Now we are in CDC. Because we must align the skills, our attitudes, to the current employment trends, the emerging issues in our, not continent, in the world. Globally, we have to look at that. So the fact that we are talking about preparation of professional documents, there is also the ICT integration. I think one of our core values, the Teacher Service Commission, is innovativeness and creativity. And you are being trained here to be leaders and also to use materials that are cost-effective and locally available, isn't it? I was just looking at this, and that is what you're doing. So imagine the way you are excited as you are interacting. If your learners will behave like that with you in class, what can we do in terms of performance? We do anything, isn't it? Ask everything, because the teacher is happy with the learners, and the learners are also happy and asking for knowledge from their teacher. So lead from the front, go and implement what you are learning. I would congratulate you. The first cohort, the second one that is on, let us practice what we learn. That is when it is effective in class. There is also coaching. I've seen coaching, mentorship. You heard about TMEC. Colleague teachers have you? You heard of teacher induction, mentorship, and coaching. You have, isn't it? Yeah, it is also here that you are the mentor. You are the role model of the learners. And when you also hear it from another end, then what we say at the commission is also not in vain. So ICT is here with us. We are being taught to be creative. You have to change. We change, or the change will change it, isn't it? And it's not good to be changed. You are going to learn the hard way, but I believe we can operate a phone. So there is nothing hard with operating an iPad or a laptop, isn't it? Yeah, so please let us be open-minded. Let us learn. How many have enrolled for TPD here, please? Teacher Professional Development? Yeah, I'm begging, please. Kindly enroll for TPD. There are adverts that are loading for promotion. And I have a gut feeling that one of the things that will only matter is evidence that you have registered for TPD. Are you getting that bit? Please do. They are easy things. You are smart people. They are easy things. See, you are teaching, you are here, you are learning. I'm encouraging you to do TPD. And you smart people. Because we know you can do it. You can multitask and deliver. So I'm also encouraging you, as you do this one, also enroll for TPD. So thank you for availing yourselves, for being good
learners. Through the AgaKhan Foundation, we are grateful for what we are doing for our teachers. It is called collaboration. It is good and it's delivering good. Madam Director has her greetings for those who have not met her. How many have seen our County Director, Madam Joyce Kube? Yeah, she'll be moving around, maybe you'll see her. And did I say my name? You just had Karen. You want a second one? Achien. I'm Karen Achien. So, colleagues, I wish you well. I wish you well. And hey, let's have one meeting that was on a light note. So I think we are on the right track. May we continue. Madam will be there checking the implementation. I'll also be there to see you and offer support when we can. Nowadays, we do not criticize. We don't go to find fault. When you come to see in schools, you come to offer support. Exactly. So, thank you. Good to see you. I wish you well to our partners. Thank you. And may we all be blessed.
Thank you so much, Madam Karen. We really appreciate the support and the partnership. And we are looking forward to working together and doing more. So, as we come to the end of the session, I want to appreciate all that came. I'll be passing a lot of thanks, and then I'll invite Paul to do the reflection. Then please remember not to leave without taking tea. There is tea where we get the material. So just go through this door. And then for the math group, the numeracy group, the first cohort, you can see Madam Benta for a certificate if you didn't get any. Yeah, I mean if you didn't pick yours. I want to thank the officials from the ministry and from the TSE for sparing their time and readiness. Madam Furaha will not take it for granted, but will spend the whole day here with us and learn with us. Thank you so much for making it, and we really appreciate it. Madam Karen, I know it's a Saturday and you spend some time to be with us. We really want to thank you for making it. And to our presenters, it wouldn't have been any better without you. You are the people who make it to be what it has been. It has been a very successful day because of you. So for those who presented papers, for those who presented materials, for those who presented posters, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for managing to make it happen. And for all the participants who managed to come, I know it's a Saturday and you spared your time to be with us. We don't take it for granted. We really want to appreciate and thank you. Some are getting very late invites, but they managed to come. We really want to thank you, and we hope that we were good hosts. So if we are not good hosts, please forgive us. We will improve where necessary, and that's why we'll be having a reflection so that you can tell us what you think about the whole program. It's always good to reflect. Remember when we did the lesson plan yesterday, we talked about reflection. Because we don't have, it's through reflection that we learn and improve, isn't it so? Yes. So, I don't take much of your time, but I want to thank all of you. Now, in the event that you have not signed the second list that has been going around, either there are two. So if I haven't signed, please don't say you signed. Because that is what we use to reverse your fare. So if I'm not signed, we will not reverse your fare and you won't blame us. Secondly, ensure that the number you put belongs to you. Because if it doesn't, the system will definitely not pay. You don't put your spouse's number nor your children's number. I know some people, last time somebody put the children's number, they had child's number, but they sit in the field because they want to see your name. That's all. Yes, I know we love our spouses so much, but we put their number there for now. Doesn't say put your number now. That's all. Support this. So you will send you put the link. Now listen to me, you send the link. Once the link has been sent, please reflect as you take your seat and every other thing. Then after that, you can leave at your own leisure. But let's wait direction from Paul. There's a photo session. We have to take a group photo. That one will be guided by our photographer, Cliff. So the link is being forwarded. I'll qualify the link and then we'll do it. So, but before we leave, we want to take a photo, please. Please get us for the group photo. We go outside now. Now let's go out, have the group photo.
Finish.
Yeah. I request, just leave your things here, they are safe. Let's move to the gazebo, out there, so we can have the photo. Let's go to the photo section. Please follow, please. Follow, please. Naomba tuendeni haraka haraka sasa mtakuwa home. Kuna watu wanataka kujibu. Can you please follow? Let's go. Hello.
I will be first to be assist.
We are meeting.
Get you there.
Who is calling you?
I am. But I know what you are doing. Just be the welcome. I know what you are doing. Just finish.
Friend.
I'm not here. What are you taking care of?
Take it up and
Yes, I'm thinking.
WhatsApp messages. Hivyo si majusi yako pale.
Aje nikuonyeshe kabisa ndio niende nikakunywe chai.
Si sahihi, nimechoka. Nimechoka.
Waje tu. I hear you.